A wise person once told me, dreams don't work unless you do.
We try so hard in our lives to fit in. We try to fit into certain groups, certain frats, certain sororities, among certain friends, yet the people we idolize most are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure, because even if you've walked out of something and you feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. And most people stop at failure, okay? We've all failed at things. I'm gonna continue to fail at stuff, right? It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it.
What would your future be like if you decided to want that which you desire so strongly that it prepares you past your fears, that you experience the fear, as the one book says, feel the fear and do it anyway?
Life is 10% what happens to you, it's 90% what you do about it. No matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, you can take the lid off of your job. And if you're wondering if you still have the lid on in your life, here are some clues that's gonna let you know that the lid is still on. If you're not excited about waking up in the morning, if you're sitting around bored out of your mind, if you got time to do everything anybody asks you to do, you probably got the lid on. If when you tell your dreams to all your friends, it makes sense to them, you got your lid on, man. Your dreams should not make sense to everybody. You gotta say something that make people go, how you gonna do that? That's when you got the lid off. And if I were you, I'd do that. I'd take the lid off. Makes sense to me, don't it?
They're always gonna get ready to get set to get going. What we've gotta do is, boom, just like that, move into action.
Every time you remember your dream, you're removing some dirt. You're digging it back out. The true mark of a champion is even though some dirt gets thrown on your dream, instead of letting it get buried, you keep shaking it off. You keep moving forward. You keep looking for a new opportunity. You wouldn't be having that opposition if you didn't have something great in you. If your dream wasn't alive and on track, right on schedule to come to pass, you wouldn't have so many things coming against you. That dream is still alive. You may have tried a year ago, 5 years ago, or 40 years ago. Didn't work out. Nobody was there to help you. Go back and try again. This is your time. This is your moment. Your destiny is calling out to you. Can I tell you, your dream is not dead. It's just not in season. Your time is coming. Promotion is coming. Good breaks are coming. Promises you've been standing on. Dreams you've been praying about. Lack is not your destiny. Constantly struggling, barely getting by is not the end of your story. These light afflictions are for a moment. The adversity is temporary. The glory is eternal. Lord, I believe this is my year to get healthy and whole. This is my year to meet the people of my dreams. This is my year to go further in my career, to step into a new level of my destiny. This is my year to accomplish dreams, to break free from this depression. This is my year to meet the right people. This is my year to get healthy and whole. This is your year to see double. This is your year for vindication, for restoration, for new beginnings. Now get your mind going in the right direction.
Here's the secret. The people that do the most with their lives, the people that seem the most self-assured, the ones that seem to embody confidence, the ones that seem to define confidence, they're the ones that had to face down the most fear. They simply didn't linger in it.
Don't hate your competitors. Respect your competitors. Learn from him.
I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, who's your hero? And I said, I don't know, I got to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks. I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. I said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero is always 10 years away. I'm never going to be a hero. I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing.
That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second.
Choose love. And don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
I believe in manifestation. I believe in putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it, and that's the key.
So we want to get really sensitized, acutely sensitized, sensory acuity, to whether what we're doing is working or not. And by the way, sensory acuity is really the measure of a person's intelligence. What I mean by that is, how do we measure intelligence? Intelligence is a measure of the number and quality of distinctions you have in a given situation.
You can handle this, you just haven't figured it out yet. It's all right, this is your training period. This is the tuition you have to pay for what you don't know. You can do this, other people have done it. It doesn't take an Einstein. Get you some people that can teach you some stuff that you don't know. Get you some people that have done it successfully and learn from them. Take some seminars, workshops, read some books on how to manage a business. Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you.
You will notice the most successful people in any field, they are usually the ones who have failed more than anybody else. You see the difference between a successful person and everyone else? It's not a lack of strength. It's not a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of will.
It's up to you in a world where we're taught to look outside for answers, for a job that will make us happy, for money that will make us happy. The answer is within. We already have it. We already have the answer, but will we unleash it? Will we give it? Will we own it? Will we truly reinvent ourselves to become the people that we're capable of becoming?
The bow too tightly strung is easily broken, says one of the Proverbs. Balance is a gorgeous thing. So be monomaniacal in your execution around your high-value targets, your HVTs, your mission plan, but also build in some rewards. And that's going to send a gorgeous message to your conscious and your subconscious mind that, hey, this daily practice of execution around my deliverables is a beautiful thing. And you create this thing called momentum. And the monk who sold his Ferrari, I went back and I saw this recently. I think there's a whole chapter on momentum. And you become like this. I love skiing. You start off small, but as you go down the slope, you pick up momentum. A lot of people say, Robin, where do I start? I want to start a new business. I want to become a better artist. I want to find the love of my life. I want to be a world-class creative. I want to multiply my financial life. Where do I start? You just start. You just start. There's great power in the start. And when you start, life starts supporting you.
Well, God wants us all to be courageous because He knows we'll face times in life and situations and circumstances that it takes more than just a desire. It takes courage. Many people operate on the basis of fear, on the basis of what other people think. We as believers should operate on the basis of courage. Courage to say no when we ought to say no. Courage to say yes when we should say yes. So what kind of courage do you have? Is yours sort of floating between depending on the situation? Or do you know the difference between right and wrong for your life? And you've made up your mind.
Ask yourself one question. Am I a doer or a dabbler? Marketers are doers. They want to sell online and make a profit doing it. Marketers say they make it hard at times, but it's possible. Dabblers say it may be possible, but it's too hard. Marketers have proven plans and frameworks. Dabblers have excuses. Marketers see possibilities. Dabblers see problems. Marketers make it happen. Dabblers let it happen. Marketers sell on Launchcart. Dabblers exist on other platforms. Which are you, a marketer or a dabbler? I am a marketer.
Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Launch Your Merch Challenge. I am going to be one of your coaches today, Coach Candace. I see a lot of you are popping in, so I want to see some comments. I want to see who you are and where you're located. I already see Nick is here. Welcome, Nick. AD Production House. I see Rochelle, my girl Rochelle. Welcome, everyone. I want to know, where are you tuning in from? I'm currently tuning in from Arizona, near Phoenix. I wonder if I have any Arizonian peeps. Oh, I see Kevin is here from Michigan. Oh my gosh, I love this challenge from Pakistan. And hello, Adil. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. I love doing these challenges because we have people joining from all over, literally all over the globe. So it's always so awesome to see where everyone's tuning in from. Awesome, Nick. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited you're here. Today is going to be a great first day of the challenge. I'm going to allow like one more minute for some stragglers to join in, and then we're going to get right into it because time is valuable and we appreciate you being here and showing up. So, awesome. Nick was in AZ a few years back. I just moved here a couple years ago. And so far, I'm loving it. I'm realizing I love the heat, which people hear that and they're like, you're crazy. And I'm like, well, I'd rather be warm than cold. Okay, welcome. While we're waiting, that next minute, I'm glad to see where you're all tuning in from. I want to see what you're most excited about. What are you excited about to learn from the Launch Your Merch Challenge? I've been trying to ask myself, what is my most exciting part of this challenge? And honestly, it's everything, because I love teaching you guys how to build merchandise stores. I have been in the e-commerce industry for about 10 years now. I have been building stores for 5 years now, and I've helped to launch over 100 stores now. So I got a lot of wealth and knowledge up here, and I'm excited to pour into you guys these next 4 days. So I'm excited to just give back and teach you guys. What are you guys most excited about while we're waiting? Just a couple more minutes, and then we're going to get my other host introduced and get him in here. Oh, I see Tennessee. I think maybe we got some lag going in on the recording. But hi, Lucius. Welcome. Welcome. I see Stefan is here. Okay, so I see an answer. Well, I have just gotten to POD, so not much, but I love Printful. Okay, so I see we're excited for some print-on-demand talk, which honestly is probably one of my favorite parts of this training. Through Printful, I met Launchcart. Oh, I love that. Awesome. Kevin's excited to move forward. Okay, now that we have Launchcart, best way to proceed in being in revenue without additional front-end cost? Yes. Basically, I'm seeing a common comment, launching a store without worrying about inventory. That is probably the best part of the training. Okay, guys, I don't want to take up any much of your time. If you are watching the replay, I want you to comment #replay. I want to show you some love for those who maybe couldn't show up live. So make sure you comment #replay. If you're popping in throughout, make sure you're staying active because I'm reading the chat and I want to say hi and welcome you all. So without further ado, I want to bring in the other host for this challenge, which happens to be my dad. He is the entrepreneur's best friend. He's my best friend. And you know what? Rather than me blab on about him, I think we have a video. So without further ado, please welcome our other host, Gregory Reiter.
I've been very fortunate over the last 3 decades to be involved in hundreds of millions of dollars of financings. Everything from raising capital for Home Shopping Network to Smart Cards to Ashworth Golf. And through that process, we happen to be in an industry where there's a lot of failures because not every business succeeds. Matter of fact, most businesses fail. So when you're an investor and you're losing money on most businesses, you tend to learn a lot about marketing, management, team, strategy, structure, etc., etc., etc. Be committed to your dream. Be committed to your business. Be committed to your vision. And then take action. You have to take action. I've had these successes. I've had these failures. And I can tell you what, there is no success without action. I am always learning, always reading, always watching a video, always listening to audiobooks. I'm always putting something to work to learn more. I think that's one of my biggest things that I would just like to leave as a legacy is I want people to just really be committed to learning and sharpening their skill set in every facet of their life.
Boom, bam, bam, boom.
Boom,
Welcome,
bam.
everybody. All right. Hey, Greg Gratter coming at you from Escondido, California. We're streaming all over the place. You guys ready for a great day? Are you guys ready? Ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I know I'm ready.
Me too. I'm excited. I got my laptop crashed. I got a new laptop, and so I've had some challenges this morning getting things. You have to get this installed and that installed, and this, that, and there. But I think everything's working good. So we're gonna dive right into it. So welcome to Launch Your Merch Challenge, May 2024. I didn't want to say that. Why did I say that? All right. Welcome to Launch Your Merch Challenge, everybody. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go through a quick little agenda, some house cleaning. First of all, why are we here? To serve you and to give you value and to help you succeed. Because guess what? Our business model is predicated on the success of our customers. If you join LaunchCart and we help you succeed, we succeed. So we're constantly doing training. We're constantly offering training. We're constantly doing anything and everything we can to help empower you and motivate you and incentivize you to succeed, because when you succeed, we succeed. Okay. So now, with that being said, we're going to talk about launching your merch store and your brand, and we're going to kind of give you all the pieces you need to get your foundation laid to make this happen. And you could also have digital products. You could also sell physical products. There's a lot of different things we're going to go over, but there's a real sequence to what we're doing. And even if you've been through these before, I know there's a lot of people that are maybe here for the second or third time. You're going to pick up something you didn't pick up before. And for those of you who are new, I want to commend you and congratulate you on learning, because you saw in that little video, I dedicated my life to learning. I believe that learning, if you're not learning, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're dying. So the fact that you're all here means you're growing and you're living, and you're not dying. So that's awesome, right? And then what we want to do, again, straight up front, our goal is to convince you and persuade you without any reasonable doubt that LaunchCart is the perfect e-commerce platform for you to run your merch store, to run your e-commerce, to do your pages, to do your funnels, and to basically run your entire online business, right? We want to earn your respect. We want to earn your trust by giving such amazing value to you that you go, these guys are the best. And I want to say this, I'm going to profess that this is going to be some of the best training you've ever attended. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to clean up the stuff. So what we'd like you to do, out of respect to us and our time, and out of respect to yourself and your time, it's the most valuable thing you have in the world is your time. Is let's just give us distraction free. Turn off the cell phones, close down the notifications, close the door, get ready, get something to write with, to take notes. And pay really close attention. There's a couple reasons why you're going to pay close attention. One is we're going to reward you. We're going to reward you through some giveaways, right? That's number one. Number two is it's going to be rewarding to yourself, because when you hear something and you write it down, you retain more, and that's what's going to help you grow and get into what's going on. Number two is we have a Facebook group. We cannot stream into the Facebook group anymore, but these recordings will be posted in the Facebook group. And we want you to join the Facebook group, and we're going to ask you to post your stores, post your questions, and we want to get real active in the Facebook group and get a community going. And there's like 700, 800 people that have registered for, maybe more, for this challenge. So you're amongst a great crowd of people that want to make a headway with that. We want you to make sure that the email address support@launchcart.com is whitelisted. We want to make sure it's in your primary tab if you use Gmail or something where you have a primary tab. So make sure you do that so you get our notifications, because we're going to shower you with some gifts, some checklists, and some cool stuff that's going to empower you to be more successful in what you're doing. And then last but not least, we have a link called Launch Links. And as part of your Launch Cart store and kind of what we teach, we believe in this concept there, this link in bio, as a way to help market and drive traffic to your store. And we have a thing called Launch Links, and everybody's getting a free account to Launch Links, so you can have a free link in bio tool. And we're going to share a link with you before the day's out. And on this link, it's going to be one link. You got to bookmark it, you got to save it, and it's going to have all the links you need. That's going to refer back to all the training we're going to be sharing with you, and all the cool little tips and tricks and strategies and cool websites and things that we use to save you what? Time. Save you time and make you money. So if you guys are all ready to get going with that, did I leave anything out, Candace? Because then if not, we're going to go into what we call the mindset minute, because we always start with mindset. But did I miss anything on the house cleaning?
I don't think you missed anything, but I feel like you already gave us a little glimpse of that mindset moment because of what you were saying before the housekeeping. But I don't think he's missing anything. I just threw that launch links on the screen. So if you're tuning in right now, write this down. Don't click on it right now. It's going to be launchlinks.com/launch your merch challenge. So we're going to be giving away resources, tools, so you're going to want to save this link because we're going to put all the links in this place for you. So it's one link with all the links. It's to keep it easy. So as we're bombarding you with resources, what I use on a daily when I build stores, you can easily navigate it. So right now you're only, if you're being nosy and you're clicking on it, you're only going to see a couple of steps, but each day we're going to add more and more to it. So that is actually one of the most important pieces of our housekeeping, is to save this link. So, we don't have a lot of tickets going to support saying, hey, where's that link? Where's that link? It's always going to be found in the Launch Your Merch Challenge launch links.
Yeah, and along those lines, one other quick thing is we have some people that took us up on our VIP offer, and the VIP offers, they get all the recordings, they get a bunch of other cool stuff, some backstage training that we're going to do, and I will share with you before this day is over one last chance to get into the VIP, and these recordings are going to be made available to you through Sunday. So all week and Sunday, and then after Sunday, they disappear, right? So we want to motivate you, and I guess being very transparent, motivate you to get this done, get this going, get this doing it. And then if you're like me, you're going to say, I want those recordings. So you can sign up for our VIP and get the benefit of owning the recordings for no money up front if you join the VIP thing. And we'll talk more about that a little bit later. So with that being said, I'm going to dive right into my mindset moment. I'm going to go full screen here with me. Let's see here. So one of the things that we do is we believe that you cannot, without some stroke of lightning or luck, create anything of significance without figuring out what to do between these two headphones, your mindset. If you think you can, you can. Nothing was created without a thought, without a belief. And so we all have negative self-talk. We all have that negative guy talking to us. We all have the fear, false evidence appearing real. We all have these things, right? So I want you to first write this down. You're going to buy into the concept that everything starts with mindset. Like, you cannot lose weight. You cannot gain financial security. You can't accomplish your dreams without mindset. So we always start our trainings with a mindset minute. And yeah, they're a little bit longer than a minute sometimes. Okay. So today we're starting with what we call the foundation of mindset. And the foundation of that is what's your why? What is your why? Right? And everybody that I've ever come across talks about, you have to have the will to get up, and you have to have the will and the drive, and you have to have that desire. And you got to be, like Les Brown says, you got to be hungry, and you got to be able to do that, right? And so, and what drives that will and that it gets you past procrastination, and what gets you to take action and get the momentum going is your why. What's your why? Right? So maybe your why is your children. Maybe your why is your spouse or your wife. Maybe your why is whatever that is, right? But there's this concept of having a strong why that helps you with your motivational thinking and getting that and getting to success, right? And even Tony Robbins has talked about it, one of my favorite mentors. He talks about the power of purpose. Same thing. What's your why? The power of purpose, and how it can drive people to overcome obstacles to achieve your goals, right? So we're not going to spend time on writing that down now, but you should write it down, and you should spend some focused time on writing down what your why is or what your purpose is. And one of my mentors, Brian Tracy, always talks about writing it down. People who write stuff down achieve more than people that don't write stuff down, right? So you set your goals, and your goals are predicated on your purpose and your why. And when you can get clarity on that, then and only then do you have a chance to accomplish your dreams and goals. Now, again, very opinionated guy, so you can say, I don't agree with that, but that's what we believe, and we want to say thank you very much for doing this and taking action, because we want you to succeed, and we want to help you succeed. We want you to get there. So boom, bam, that's today's Mindset Minute.
You're saying Mindset Minute when we all know it's Mindset Moment, because we never can make it a minute. And I got to chime in. So really quick, if you're listening, you're tuning in, I want to hear your takeaways on what he just shared, because that's so valuable. And I agree, and I'm in alignment with what he was sharing. And I want to share my takeaways. When he asks me or you guys, what's your why? Something that we need to ask ourselves, like for me, my why is financial freedom, but why? Like I want you guys, after this, that's part of your homework, is to figure out your why, to give you the motivation and discipline to continue to push through and to continue to make sure you create the life that you desire. So, you got to get deeper. You got to get deeper. And that's something that I learned from Tony Robbins. And he was like, because sometimes we have this why, but it's not enough to get us to show up every single day and to stay disciplined. So, for me, it's like, why do I want financial freedom? Okay, I have a daughter. I want her to have a quality of life. I want to give back to my community. Why do I want to give back to my community? Like peel back the layers, because the more you get clarity, like he mentioned, the more of the will you are going to have to show up and push through challenges. Because if you're an entrepreneur, you're in this business, there's highs and lows, and motivation is not going to get you through, not going to get you through. So it's discipline. And it's like, how do you stay disciplined? Through your why, through getting clarity on why you want what you want. Like peel it back, get real deep. And you might discover some things as you layer back. You're like, oh, actually, I didn't really want this. I want this. So I loved that mindset moment. I want to see if anyone has any takeaways. Kevin, write down your why is key. Yes. Joel, hi, Joel. I've been writing stuff down since the 80s. Yeah, writing is so, therapeutic. It gets it out of your brain. Maybe some of you are auditory. So maybe you're like, I don't like to write. I don't resonate that way. Like speak out loud. Like I do both. I will write in my journals, and then I'll also put in my notes. I'll turn like the little voice recorder on, and I just start talking, because as I write more, as I talk more, I get more clarity. So definitely utilize that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Okay. So today is starting with the foundation, and some of you might say, that's not important, but branding, color palettes, style guides, fonts, colors, look and feel, logos. And we believe in this concept of building a brand that has longevity, because you have what we call chasing trends, and you can do different things. There's different ways to make money. But if you want to build an asset that you can hand down to your, whoever, or sell it, you need to have a brand. So Candace has done an enormous amount of work in this and creating a brand, and she's got a brand presentation to go over with you. And she's got some cool sites that help you with creating and doing all this stuff. So we want to show you this idea of creating the brand, because once you get the brand and the color palettes, then we can go into building the store, getting your designs, and doing all that kind of stuff. And while she's doing that, I'm going to get organized and lay out and make sure before today's over, you're going to know what's going on the rest of the week. And it's all sequential, and we're going to get you going, and we're also going to be answering your questions in the chat. So you ready to take it away, Candace?
I did not know that's what I was doing, to be honest. So let me go ahead and figure out what that is. Am I showing mine, or are we showing the burnt almond?
No, you're doing yours. You have yours.
I see in the notes his, so that's why I wasn't prepared. Okay.
Well, yeah. And I don't have his handy, but I might pull some of his up and show it too. But you have some of his the screens in there.
Okay.
I watched our last one. You did such a great job. I'm like, I want you to do it again.
I don't even remember, but I will.
Your brand acceleration workbook.
Okay. Give me one moment, you guys.
And while she's doing that, let me go ahead and play a sizzle reel from one, or just a little bit of information about one of our guys that talks about how important brand is, because we call him a $6 billion man. And actually, you know what? I got another video I'm going to play for you. This is how important brand is. Listen to this.
Why on earth would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? I walked into this hotel today. I have a sweatshirt on that says my name across the front, and I have a hat on that says my name across the back. Sirhan here, just in case you see me. Why on earth would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? Why would I ever walk down the street advertising someone else's logo? I'm a salesperson. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a brand before I'm a broker, and you all are too. Every single one of you should have sweatshirts and hats with your own names on it. It's not that hard. You should go and do it. Because you know what that's going to do? It's going to reinforce, not just in everybody else's mind, but in your own mind, that you are a CEO that's way bigger than you were. I do that to reinforce it to myself. And it fucking works. And I've been doing it for a long time. And then it starts to transcribe over to social, over to media, and then everything else we do.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? Yeah, are you having a hard time finding your workbook?
No, I have my workbook. I have multiple. So I'm going to start with this one. I hope this is what you're talking about. I do have a whole branding blueprint bundle that I've created, and I'm going to go over one of the very first ebooks in that bundle, because just like he talked about, we believe in branding. I believe in branding. Like I said, I've been building online stores for 6 years now, and something that I have more of a passion in is teaching people to create, basically turning their passion into profits, and then focusing on the branding and building out a legacy. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and hopefully you guys can see it. So here's one of my first ebooks in my bundle, Building a Powerful Brand, Unleashing the Potential of Your Business. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. You guys already know about me, but what in here, I love visuals. So how do I get me out of the screen? Let's see. Can you guys see that? I hope it's big enough. What is a brand? Brands are powerful because they cultivate an emotional connection with customers. It's more than a name, design, or symbol. It's what sets your business apart from competitors in the eyes of consumers. So this is essential because it gives your business a competitive edge. People are most likely to buy from a brand they know and trust, and our well-executed branding a well-executed branding strategy helps you build trust. So it also makes you more memorable in a crowded marketplace where consumers are bombarded with messages every single day. So right here, iPhones aren't the most advanced phones out there. They're known as a status symbol. Starbucks, not the best coffee out there. I would love to hear your feedback in the comments, because I find that to be true. I still love my Starbucks, but they're not the best coffee out there, but they're known to make you happy. And honestly, they're a status symbol as well, especially in these past few years with TikTok and social media. They've blown up even more. Toyota isn't making anybody's dream car. They're known as safe and reliable. McDonald's isn't making the best burgers. They're known as fast and cheap. So this is why branding matters, okay? I think sometimes it gets overlooked, especially when launching businesses and even being on social media and consuming how you can just launch and go, which is true. Don't get me wrong. I want you to get out there and to start building and promoting and growing, but be intentional. Focus on the branding. The little things do add up. They matter. So what is brand equity? Okay. So here's the trademark, the Starbucks, but here's what the brand is. For Starbucks, seasonal specialty drinks, relaxed ambiance, a place to work or study, consistent coffee quality, meeting friends, a part of the daily routine, feeling of belonging. So brand equity is the value of your brand in the mind of consumers. It's about how you make them feel about your brand. It represents the difference between what consumers are willing to pay for a branded product and what they would pay for an unbranded product. Building a strong brand equity allows you to charge higher prices for your products or services and enjoy greater customer loyalty. So really quick, before I move on, I actually want to pop back in because this is something that I'm so passionate about. And it's a common question that I hear when coaching people how to launch, merch stores. They get hung up on the pricing. They're like, oh, I can't charge this much. Or, oh, print on demand, the wholesale's a little bit high. And I'm like, hey, you put the value behind the brand, okay? I've built stores for business owners, CEOs, influencers, which we're going to show in just a moment, I think, who would launch, a t-shirt and then sell it for $60, and the t-shirt cost, $12. But the consumers would buy it because of the value that the influencer business owner put behind it. And I want to share one more quick story that I heard from one of our coaches in a past training. She was, she shared a story, but I kind of made my own. So pretend you're walking down the street and you see a candle shop or Bath and Body Works, right? You go into Bath and Body Works, you get greeted, you're smelling the products, you see a candle, you're like, oh, it's on sale for, a 3-wick candles on sale for $10, which is, that's their sale price. They're normally like $20. You're like, okay, I might buy this. I love Bath and Body Works. I know the brand, smells great, but maybe you're like, I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to buy it just yet. I'm going to go mosey along the street. So then you go back on the street, you see another candle shop. And this time it's like a little local mom and pop shop you've never heard of, but you go in, you get greeted, you get this, like, you're already getting this great emotional connection because the person working there's like, hi, welcome in. They start conversing with you, telling you about their story, about their, new shop that they just launched. And you start smelling the candles and they smell great. And you notice the price is like double. It's like not even the sale price. It's like $40. And you're like, wow, well, I can go to Bath and Body Works and save $30. But I don't know, because I have this great connection with the owner that I just met as I walked in. She's making me feel seen, heard. I connect with her. I resonate. You're more likely to give your money to that owner because you've now created an emotional connection. So that is a brand equity, how they made me feel, how they made you feel. And sometimes it might hurt. You might be like, oh, it's going to hurt my bank account, but I want to support this person. I want to support this small business. So branding matters. Okay, so I'm going to move on. Let's bring me back in here. So how to build brand equity. Establish a strong visual identity. So, what that includes is your logo, color scheme, font choices, overall aesthetic. We're going to go over all of this, but something I want you guys to think about is, and something that I've noticed through years of coaching people, sometimes you guys are making these like intricate designs, which are great, like logos, but I want you to think about like simplify the logo as you're going through this training. And what I mean by that is, going back over here, you have Starbucks, McDonald's, Toyota, iPhones, are all like one word, 1 or 2 words, and they have an icon. So if you already have a name, like one of my names for my stores is Dope Mamas, what is my icon? What is your icon going to be? So when you're thinking of creating that brand and that logo, I want you to not only think of the name, but think of that icon that can be a symbol that's going to stand out in the crowded market. Okay. So number 2, consistency in messaging. Maintaining a consistent message across all channels from your website to social media to email marketing is vital. So something else I like to think about and bring up is, what is your tagline? What is your slogan? Okay. A lot of these brands out there like Nike, just do it, right? Very short. What is your slogan, your tagline? Who are you talking to? Get consistent in that messaging and make sure you're keeping it the same across all the platforms that you're promoting it. Okay. Number 3, deliver a positive customer experience. Creating a positive customer experience should be a top priority for any business, no matter what industry you're in. If you want customers to keep coming back and telling their friends about you, you need to make sure they have a positive experience every time they interact with your company, from the moment they land on your website to long after they've made a purchase. Now you might be asking, Candace, you just shared a story about, going into a physical store, physically meeting people. How can we create that emotional connection online? Well, you're in luck, because that's something that I feel like I'm a master at, I'm an expert at, and we're going to be going over that these next few days, how to create a strong emotional connection in this online industry when you're not meeting people face to face. So make sure you just stay tuned for that, but keep that mentality of the customer experience is a top priority. How you're going to make them feel from the second they land on that website to when they click buy and when they receive their product. Okay, so the power of branding, I kind of mentioned it earlier, I worked with an influencer where the shirt cost $12 and he sold it for over $50, $60. Okay. So the power of branding, Have you ever wondered why a simple logo or symbol can make a significant difference in the perceived value of a product? The power of branding lies in its ability to influence customer behavior and shape their perceptions. So look right here. Okay, a regular coffee from down the street, $1.20. Starbucks, $6. A regular watch, nice, decent watch, right? $150. A Rolex, $10,000 and up. So the power of branding. And something that I love to also bring up is if you've ever been to a theme park, the airport, Starbucks, and these other, places to eat, like McDonald's and them, have you noticed how their prices increase? Like, where was I just recently? Oh, I was in Vegas. And in our hotel, the Starbucks, my friend was going to order on the app, and the same coffee that she normally orders at Starbucks is typically actually $4 and something. And at Vegas, it was $12. So the price increased at a different location. And when you have that power, that strong brand and that brand equity, you can charge based off where you're located. And Starbucks and these other, places are, you see it all the time. So imagine you're in need of a coffee cup. You spot to, well, I guess I already shared that story. It's in this. It's kind of like what I shared with the candle shop. So I'm not going to read that, but it's basically just saying, a one coffee cup is just $1, while the other displays the iconic Starbucks logo with the price tag of $6. Despite the considerable price difference, you might find yourself drawn to the Starbucks cup. Why? Because the Starbucks brand has successfully positioned itself as a premium, high-quality coffee experience. And that perception alone adds value to the product. So, what are you perceiving behind your brand? You got to think about these things. Same thing.
You know what, Candace? Let me show. I don't know if you have it coming up. Do you have the T-shirt example coming up? Because I have that. I can show real quick too.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So just a couple more examples. You have a brick right here, 45 cents. Throw the logo Supreme on it, $200. A laptop, $600. Throw that iconic Apple logo on it, $1,200. Why? Just similar basic shoes, $15. Nike symbol, $150. Right here, the power of branding. So here's a story right here with the white t-shirts. And now you want to pop on and share that story, Pops, you can. But you have Hanes, a 3-pack of t-shirts go from $8.50 to $19.50, the Nautica to the Ralph Lauren, $39 to $55, John I never can pronounce it.
Varvatos.
$98 to $148. So it's a plain white t-shirt, and these different logos are, at a higher price point. Simple plain white t-shirt. Same thing with this black t-shirt. $10, throw on the Nike logo, $50 to $60. So that is the power of branding right there. So once again, as you're going through this challenge, maybe you already know your name, okay? Start visualizing your name on these products. Start visualizing your icon. What's that icon going to be? Were you going to ask something?
Yeah, no, I wanted to make one comment that, I wish I would have learned all this 20 years ago, 10 years ago. It wasn't until we created our partnership with my partner, Bernd Ullman, where we really started to understand branding and brand equity and what we're doing. And it's so important. I want to play one little 1-minute video. You got something else?
Yeah, one last thing, then you play that video.
Okay. Yeah, because it's just this idea is about your future. It's about building that brand equity, and it's not something you have to put, you have to stop your momentum to do, but we want you having this top of mind so you can build something that has some longevity and it's going to help you with where you're going. And there's a lot of little pieces to it, but it's cheaper than ever to get it done. We're going to show you how you can get it done for practically nothing, where I used to spend $20,000 on this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just going to wrap this up and let me bring it back. So just, kind of recap of what I was just sharing with you. These examples highlight the impact of branding on consumer behavior. It's not solely about the product itself, but the associations and emotions that a brand evokes. A strong brand creates trust, loyalty, and a sense of prestige, allowing businesses to command higher prices and attract a devoted customer base. So by understanding the power of branding and implementing effective brand strategies, you you listening right now have the opportunity to shape how customers perceive your business, products, and services. It's a chance to create a unique and compelling brand story that resonates with your target audience and sets you apart from the competition. Because guess what? You are not here to serve everyone. You are here to serve, in most cases, you're here to serve yourself. Like, my dream customer is basically who I am and who I love. I want to attract, my tribe that's in alignment with me. And that's, outside of my merch store, it's for my other services. But think of that dream customer, and chances are sometimes you're like, I just want to attract someone who could be my internet bestie, right? Someone who's going to resonate and relate with me. So once again, remember, branding is not just about logos and visuals. It's about creating a cohesive brand identity, communicating your values, and consistently delivering exceptional experiences. Embrace the power of branding and unlock the immense potential it holds for your business. So the last little tidbit that I want to leave you guys, and then we'll move on. When you're thinking about the logo, the icon, something else is the colors of your brand. And you guys, this image is just pulled from Google. So you can also, go on Google and type in the psychology of colors, and also pick colors that are in alignment with your brand. If after this, training today, you start writing down, what you want your brand to stand out for, who you want to attract, go put that into Google in a ChatGPT, which we're going to dive into later on, and figure out what colors are going to resonate with your brand and attract with your brand. As you can see right here, under excitement, youthful, bold, we have Coca-Cola, Netflix, Lego, YouTube. Under friendly, confident, and cheerful, we got iSelect, Jetstar, Etsy. Excuse me. You guys, if you're looking at this, I'm not going to read through all of them. I'm sure you are noticing some brands that you've heard of. And I guarantee you that the people behind these brands were intentional when selecting their brand colors. So that's something else that I wanted to leave you with before we move on, is not only thinking about, what's behind the brand and the logos and the icons, but also the color that you're going to pick for your store, for your brand. So there we have it. That is the power of branding from my ebook. I'm going to add it into the launch link, you guys. I am giving away my free branding checklist. So I'll add it on there. And by the end of the call, you can go snag my free branding checklist. This ebook that I showed you is a part of my, upgrade. And I give you a lot of more, branding bundle ebooks that you can pick from. But if you want the freebie, just grab the freebie. If you want to upgrade as well and support me, you can. I give a lot of other ebooks that are all about branding, whether it's email marketing, social media, how to create your style guide, brand guide, all those things. So I'll make sure to add that link to the launch links for you guys.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to play a little 1-minute video, because whenever I teach and train, I want to kind of go. Here's how I think. It's one thing for us to tell you something. It's other than us to give you social proof to back it up, right? So we want to give you social proof, and I want to kind of lay the groundwork that this is coming from a guy that's done $6 billion, right? And he's our business partner. And as you get involved with LaunchCart, he's your he's our chair. He's part of our board of directors and one of our founders. So let me play a quick little video just to show you the caliber of a guy that's been teaching you this stuff.
But I want to acknowledge my buddy here, Bert Ullman, who took my company from 100 million to 400 million globally. And these are the type of individuals that I've learned from and I have in Damon On Demand. Bert's no longer with me. He's out there running brands for J-Lo and Mark Anthony, but the man is a genius. This guy's a powerhouse. Say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. All right, there you
go. Okay, so how many people have you ever heard? You got Damon John on Grant Cardone stage in front of 15,000 people saying he took my company from 100 million to 400 million. He did that because he's really, really good at what he does. And I'm going to kind of wrap it up with one more video where he talks about what brand equity is. And he tells all kinds of stories about what brand equity is, but here's a cool little video.
And on valuation too, you look like a Tommy Hilfiger when that was sold for whatever it was sold for.
Yeah.
They weren't buying the inventory and the shirts and all that kind of stuff. They were buying the brand equity.
That's correct.
Standpoint.
That's exactly right. So the brand equity, quite frankly, I can use some more
direct example. When we did that, so I told you that I joined Kelwood to run Fat Fashions, and that acquisitions, when that company was acquired, an asset was put on the books called goodwill, and that was simply the value of the brand, and it was a monetary value in the millions of dollars that was affiliated with the IP, the intellectual property, that was the brand. So Fat Farm and Baby Fat. So that is indeed correct. So as you build brands, that brand takes on a value in itself. That brand equity doesn't only allow you to charge more and have a loyal consumer to communicate with, but ultimately there is a value to the brand in its own right. And I was started saying something earlier. I want to say this also because when you start talking about messaging, well, the messaging is incredibly important. It really starts, of course, with the product, right? So all of the stuff we're talking about becomes irrelevant if your product is subpar. So it is inherently understood that you have to deliver a superior product. So, and I often say this, nothing sells product as well as product. So you have to have the product right, and it is once you do have the product right, all the branding tools around the product is what's allow you to build a successful business.
All right, so what we're going to do, you got something you want to show, Candace? And then what I want to do is I want to show you guys how many people would like to know how to create your style guide, your avatar, your color guide, and how to jumpstart this and get it done in minutes. If you guys put a yes in the chat box if you want that, and then Candace, you got something else, and I'm going to go into how we do this fast and easy, and then I need you to show the sites that we use and things like that.
Yeah, I was just going to share really quick. So you guys, after the call, because I want you guys to keep your attention on the call, I'm going to add the link to Launch Links to grab my free branding checklist. It's on that launch link. You'll see it. It's the ultimate branding checklist. I give you a checklist for brand basics, brand strategy, brand design, social media, all the good stuff. So I want to make sure that you guys know where that resource is, and it's going to be in the launch links. And like I said, you can get this for free, and then you'll see on the next page the upgrade, which is where I just showed you the power of branding, and there's 5 other ebooks plus a lot of bonuses that you could receive for $27. So it's up to you if you want to upgrade and get it, but I at least encourage you to get this checklist to help you through the next 4 days. So as you're going through, you're making sure that you're ticking off each box and you're following the steps from the branding checklist I've created through my experience. So that's all I wanted to say was that you'll see this is a page that you're going to find from the launch links.
Okie dokie. All right, so here we go. So next steps here is I want to give you guys a gift, and I want to give you, think about this for a second. I'm going to give you the smartest, most efficient, fastest assistant you've ever had in your life. And you maybe you want a female, maybe you want a male. It doesn't really. I'm going to give you the gift of this assistant, and this assistant can answer any question you have. It can do research for you. It can help you accelerate everything you're doing. It can help do everything for you very, very fast, very, very easy. And you know what that assistant is? It's ChatGTP. It's part of this new AI craze that's going on. And I'm going to share with you something. I'm going to pull it up. What you're going to do is you're going to have to get the ChatGTP app for your phone, okay? And it comes on your phone, right? There it is on my phone, ChatGTP app on my phone. It's going to connect to my online account. So if you don't have one, you got to create one. And I'm going to show you how we do this, right? And I'm going to give you a little, we have a little cheat sheet that's going to show you what to do here. But what I do is I go on my phone here, and I'm going to talk into my phone what it is I want to accomplish. And I'm asking my assistant, right? So you have your assistant, I got my assistant to help me out, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the button. I'm starting a brand called Rescue Joe. My tagline is drink a cup, save a pup. And we're targeting people who love coffee, but also love rescue dogs. Can you help me figure out other aspects of this of the perfect client avatar? Like, who is my perfect client avatar to buy our coffee and our related merch items based on this company, Rescue Joe, or this brand, Rescue Joe, and how to drink a cup, save a pup. Okay, so I talked into it. I stumbled. It doesn't matter, and then I just hit go. and it's going to go start thinking and doing some research for me. And it comes back and it says, certainly, creating a detailed client avatar is a smart move. The more specific you are understanding your target customer, the better marketing product strategies will be. Let's flesh out Rescue Joe. Demographics, age 25 to 50. Gender, both male and female, both potentially a slight skew towards females as they tend to be more active in the pet adoption and rescue community. Income, middle to high income. These are people who are willing to spend more on coffee and merchandise. Location, urban and suburban areas where they are both coffee shops and dog rescue organizations. Well, that's great. I've started to figure who my avatar is. And it says psychographics, animal welfare, sustainable or sustainability, both in terms of rescue and environmentally friendly products, community and authenticity, interest, coffee, culture, dog adoption, events, pet training, classes, dog parks, lifestyle, active social media users, especially platforms like Instagram and Facebook, where they can share pictures of their pets, coffee, and causes they support. Then it goes into behaviors. And I'm not going to read all this, but it just gave me the behaviors, the pain points, how they interact with brands, the messaging that they resonate with. Every sip supports a rescue. Wake up with a purpose. Your morning routine, the second chance, the potentially, it just gives me all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the record button again. And I'm going to say, okay, that's great. Now create a logo and a color palette for this brand. Based on the avatar, what would be some good choices for color palettes, fonts, and other things I need to create my brand Bible? Okay, so I'm telling it I want to create my brand Bible, my color guide, my color palette, and all that kind of stuff. And it comes back with instantly, like, this is the fastest, smartest assistant I've ever had. Color palette, warm brown, represents the rich color of coffee and gives comforting and warm feeling. Earthy greens denotes sustainability in a natural world. Soft beige cream, a neutral and soft backdrop. Golden yellow, hints of optimism, hope, and a warmth. And then typography, the main font, handwritten or script font, could be used for Rescue Joe. This adds a personality, heartfelt touch, blah, blah, blah. Logo, the imagery, consider using elements of a coffee cup with a silhouette of a dog. Perhaps a silhouette wrapping around integrated with the coffee mug. Brand elements, texture, and it basically just tells me everything I need. And then it gives me my brand voice to be warm and compassionate, authentic and genuine, optimistic and hopeful, engaging, community-centric. I mean, literally, then it starts talking about what my mission and vision statement should be, the logo usage guidelines, my voice messaging. And then it's just amazing, right? It just is absolutely incredible how it does it and what it does, and comes back with all this stuff for me. And now with the new ChatGPT, I could tell it to create me a logo, and it'll create me a logo. Like I said, I don't like that, create another one. And I can just keep going through this. And in our launch links, we're going to give you a link to a PDF where all this stuff is. It's like we just copy and pasted it, so you can like copy the same fonts and do the same thing. But literally what we just did in 2 minutes, 3 minutes there with ChatGPT, we used to spend $5, $10, $15, $20,000 to do and to get done, right? And with big, Fifth Avenue agencies and stuff like that. And now you can do it at the tip of your fingertips. Now, what do you do with this, right? Now you take this and you say, okay, everybody on your team, all your webmasters, your designers, or maybe you're hiring somebody on Fiverr, and Candace is going to show you some places and tools right now where you go and create your logos, and you can create some of this stuff and get some more ideas for inspiration. And you use this information to say, here's what I want, go from this and help me create what I need here. So what do you guys think of that? Give me some comments on any takeaways from that. Anybody, what do you guys think of that strategy?
Yeah, Joel goes, okay, now it's scary good. Angel, hi Angel, it's phenomenal. Love it. Whoa, again. You guys, you're going to hear me at least talk about ChatGPT throughout this whole challenge, because I literally talk to it and treat it like it's my assistant, and also like, BFF assistant. Like I literally talk to when I coach my students or clients and I'm teaching them on ChatGPT, I'm like literally talk to it as if, you're talking to an assistant sitting to you right there. Like give it all the information you can, explain who you are, what your vision is, your brand. Like the more information you give it, the more powerful and accurate the responses are going to be. I love ChatGPT. It has fast-tracked so much of my business in these past 3 years since I've been using it. It's amazing. So that's a part of your homework too, is to, like, if you haven't heard of ChatGPT, get familiar with it. If you have heard of ChatGPT and you utilize it, like, learn to master it. And I'm going to share my screen really quick. So add to stage. So once again, here's the launch links. I want you to bookmark the, you don't have to open it right now, but just bookmark it. And I'm going to add more resources as we keep going. But, step one, if you haven't yet, join the Facebook group. There's my bonus free branding checklist. We have another bonus. It's Burnt's Branding Acceleration Workbook. You can get that. And then just what my dad just talked about, build a brand with ChatGPT case study. So you're going to want to click this bonus and then download this free resource. Utilize it, leverage it. If you're looking for, like, for me, you guys, I am the queen of overthinking. I'm still working on that. But ChatGPT has helped my overthinking problem, because I just I don't know, like, I pour out everything and it helps basically simplify and give me clarity on what I'm trying to achieve. I love it. I can go on and on. So make sure you bookmark right here, launchlinks.com/launchyourmerchchallenge to grab those bonuses and those freebies. Okay. So Pops, do you want me to dive into the resources?
Yeah, let's talk about the resources and the tools you use, because Candace has done over 80 stores, and she's helped build all kinds of brands and all kinds of color palettes, and coached and mentored dozens and dozens and dozens of entrepreneurs and businesses. And she's got this little foray of these links of, like, oh, that's cool. So she's going to save you time and money. So make sure you write down these links, and she's going to give you the resources.
Yeah, and I'm also going to put the resources in the launch links, but definitely write them down right now. So you already heard one of them, ChatGPT. I'm still on the free version. It's still powerful, but I'm actually, for the first time in years, considering on upgrading to the paid version. I'm not sure the pricing on that, but if you are on a budget, the free plan has been amazing. I'm just at the point where I've been hearing amazing things from the upgraded ChatGPT, like the ChatGPT 4. So that's one of them, ChatGPT. You're going to want to use that every single day. The next one, if you're like, Candace, I need help on a logo. I'm not a designer. I'm not a creator, but you know the name. Maybe you're like, I don't know the name. Then I want you to go to ChatGPT, basically write out what you want to create, what you envision, and be like, hey, can you give me 10 business names that I could use? And then start, figuring out what you want to use. So for those who need to get a logo created, because this is part of your homework, we want you to have a logo created for this challenge. So one of my first resources that I'm going to share is Canva. It's another platform that I'm in every single day. Everyone's sometimes blown away by my graphics. They're like, hey, so you're a graphic designer. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's Canva. All I do is I come to Canva and I use all of their templates. So you can literally come in here and type in logo. And something I want to emphasize is, although we just talked about the branding and being consistent, once again, it's the feeling that you're going to evoke from your customer. I don't want you guys overthinking your logo, because that's something that I have done, and it has halted me from launching a business, years and months. So I want you guys to find something in Canva. I'm going to show you another tool. Pick it and go. If you go Google the evolution of the McDonald's logo, of the Instagram logo, of the Twitter logo, which is now X, you're going to see that all of these big name brands have evolved over time, that their logos have changed. And I bring this up because I don't want you to overthink it. I've had a lot of students who haven't launched their store because they're like, my logo's not perfect. It's not what I want it to be. Go. Remember, it's not fully about the logo. There's much more meaning behind it. So you can come over here to logo and you can see what's in here. And let's say, because I'm going to show you a tip. So this is very important. This is why if you have to catch the replay and rewind this, that's fine. But let's say you like this one. Okay. Simple Harper Russo logo. You could just come in here and type in whatever your logo is going to be. We're going to just use Dope Mamas, which you'll see more about soon. I could use Dope Mamas, Cool Mom Club, something, right? I'm going to go quick because I'm not the creative person, okay? I normally will, like I said, go to ChatGPT, have it help me, and then I come here and bring it to life. But something that is important for this challenge. And you're going to use the square logos for your icon, but we're going to be showing you how to build a store on our go-to platform Launchcart, and you're going to want to use a rectangular logo, okay? So if you're in Canva, if you're in another platform that I'm going to show in a moment and you get a square logo, I want you to immediately switch it to a rectangular logo. So you can come up here and do magic switch, type in the dimensions, which Canva is free, but if you're trying to do the magic switch, it's not free. So something you're going to have to do from the get-go is click from the start, create a design, custom size, and put in the rectangular size, which let me get that size for you guys really quick. Let me see, because I'm blanking. Okay, so the size that I use for Launchcart stores is 650 by 170, okay? 650 by 170, create a new design. It's rectangular. And then look, there's templates right on this side. And you could probably search over here, logo. Let's see what pops up. So nothing popped up in that size, but that's why I would said come back, oops, over here, use this one, do magic switch. Or if you're like, Candace, I don't want to upgrade, and it's not letting you do the magic switch, but you found a square logo that you like, what you could do right here is click copy. Once again, if I'm going quick, I know, but I want you guys to catch, watch the replay, okay? And I just clicked paste. So now what I would do, and I gotta go quick to show you, but I'm just dragging this. I'm using my cursor. I'm gonna make this bigger. We want it loud and proud, okay? I see some of you guys creating these beautiful logos and they're small. I want it loud and proud. Remember, you want to stand out. So make sure you're using a font that's also readable. Like I probably wouldn't use this font, but you want something that's easy to read, that's easy to stand out, okay? So something like this. This is a very quick logo. I'm just showing you how quick you can use Canva, how you can come in here, play, and create a logo. So there's Canva. I love Canva. Canva does have a lot of great video resources that you can watch. I'll be teaching it throughout the challenge. I teach it after the challenge, but that's one place that I use to create a logo, okay? And next place that I use is Tailor Brands. So let me get that link. Tailor. Hold on, I'm going to the wrong one. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. Let me pull this up before I. So
I'm gonna show you. I was and I haven't really figured this out yet. I haven't really spent a lot of time with ChatGPT doing images. I know our CMO Justin does more work with that. But I told it, I said, create me a logo with a golden retriever with the mix of a terrier in a cup, and look what it did. Like that's not a bad little logo right there. Now it's misspelled the words wrong, but I can do the words in Canva. But there's like a little graphical icon that would be great for my little graphical icon. I can cut out the little cup. It's got a little coffee bean, a little dog coming out of the cup.
Can you send that to me really quick? I know we're going on an hour, so that's probably why I'm talking fast to you guys, so I apologize. But he shared me with something that I want to share with you guys. So can you send me that logo on Slack really quick? I just got to get back to you. I have too much up here that I just want to share with you. Something that I just found was super cool in Canva was this, and hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. I just learned this new little hack trick. If you're using like AI, or you're going to use this other platform I'm going to share with you, and you create a logo that you like, but you don't want to pay for, you guys, I'm the queen of affordability and not spending all my money on stuff that I feel like I don't really need. So let me know when you sent that.
I sent it. Okay.
So something that I love, I'll show it with you right now. Like I said, hopefully it works. I just learned this. I learned it through a Instagram reel. I'm going to go back over here. Okay. So he just sent me that logo. I'm downloading it into my Canva. I just added a new page. I'm going to put this in here. You're like, oh my gosh, I love this logo that I created from AI, but he misspelled the dang words. What do I do? So if it works, you can come over here to edit. This is a paid feature. So Canva is one of the products that I would definitely encourage you to upgrade to pay because their paid features are amazing. Like that's something that I'll preach till the day I die. Okay. So you can click right here under, I'm going to go back again. I clicked on the image, edit image, grab text. So if it works, It's going to find the text on the screen, and it's going to use AI to find a similar font. Okay, so did it do it? Well, I got an alt text. We want to do alt text both. Grab. So it said click, which I could click which one, or alt text. Grab. See, that feature was new because when I did this, it didn't have the select. Now look. So now look right here. This is now text. It might not be the exact same, but similar. So now all I got to do.
It even fixed the misspelling.
I did. Look, even it was like, okay, this is not right. Is coffee with 2 E's? So there you go.
Yeah.
Now, and also just separated my icon. So now I can use that icon, right? Just make this nice and big. So that's one of my hacks that I love to share because once again, I'm using Canva. I'm using this other brand, Taylor Brands. And sometimes I'm like, what is this dang font? Or I need a font that's similar. And you could, like I said, click edit image and grab text. So love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the next tool, you guys, I'm going to add this to the launch links, is Taylor Brands. So you can come in here and type in, you know, what is your store name going to be, right? What is your merch store going to be named? I have Dope Mamas. Let's build Dope Mamas personal guide. Okay, it's going to ask me some questions. I'm going to click skip for the time being, but you can, you know, answer it. I'm going to put merch store, or let's see, does e-commerce pop up? You know, merch store for cool moms. I honestly think this is just internal. So if there was a skip button, you can click skip. What stage is Dope Mamas currently in? About to launch, taking the first steps. You know, I'm going to click skip. I didn't know I could see skip down here. So it wants to know information. Skip, skip, skip. Here we go. Skip. They added a lot more questions since I've done this. Angel goes, dude, I love you. I'm a Canva master and you just taught me something new. Love you so much. I love you for loving me, and I love you, Angel. I love Canva. Okay, so, oh man. Maybe I can't show you Taylor Brands right now, but let's see. It's changed. Oh, now they want me to register. Okay, well, I'm not going to show this on camera, you guys, but I'll maybe create a quick recording and upload it. But if you were to, now they're making you register. It's free to register. They want you to get all these other things. Yeah, see. But if you come in here and click logo, it's literally basically AI too. You know, you go in there, you say, I want my name to be this, you give it a slogan, or it'll help you with the slogan. And then it basically will give you multiple variations of your logo. And you can pick what colors you want. It's really cool. I love it. And I've used Taylor Brands to basically help me create a logo, and then I'll just go recreate it in Canva. But it's also, this one's also, unless they've changed, is affordable. And if you're like, Candace, time is money, I know that. I don't want to have time. I don't want to spend time playing in Canva. You can just purchase the logo from them. So that's my second place. So I shared with Canva, and then I shared Taylor Brands. And I'm sorry that I can't share it on camera, but I swear if you sign up for free, like just register and count, it's just like, it'll ask you questions and you just answer them. But my last and third place for a logo, if you're like, Candace, I don't, once again, time is money. I realize that. I don't want to spend time doing that. Then I would recommend Fiverr. It's a place where, it's another place where you can outsource and get a logo created. So you can come in here and type in logo, and you can sift from the, like, you know, pricing, like, look, $20, $35, you have $150. So you can find some though on here for like literally $10. $20 is pretty affordable. And once again, you're going to start that gig, you know, it's called a gig. And then you're going to give some information, and they're going to give you some logos. So I use Fiverr when it comes to creating a lot of designs. Love Fiverr.
And you can even find somebody to do your whole color palette, your style guide, everything.
Yeah. And yeah. You can use, just like how you can use ChatGPT, you can use Fiverr for anything when it comes to actually like creating the designs, graphics, your website, and all of that stuff. So I do love Fiverr. It's a great resource. So those are my 3 places to create a logo. Now, another tool that I want to share, because as you saw, I love the psychology of colors and the emotions that colors can evoke. So something that I always use on a daily is a little color picker tool. So I'm going to go to Dope Mamas really quick. Now, this is a Chrome extension, right, Pops? So you need to be using Google Chrome for this extension, I use Google Chrome for everything. It's called the Color Picker Eyedropper. It's going to be in the launch links, but essentially what it is, it's a little app or widget right up here. I know it's tiny, and you can use this and you can be like, oh, I love this green. Okay. And you just click and you're going to get that exact color code. Okay. Same thing with the pink. And if you're watching this and you're like, Candace, I'm not sure why I would need that right now. Trust me, you'll need it. We're going to go over it in the next few days and you'll be seeing me using a lot, especially when I'm building stores. Or maybe once again, I'm like doing market research and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Easter time. I want the pastel colors and I want a particular one. And I found an image from another website or a social media post. This color picker tool is amazing because you can grab that exact color and you just copy that code, and you're going to need that code. Like here, I'm going to show you really quick. Let's say, you know, you want this green, right? Get this green and you're in Canva. You're like, I love Candace's green. I want to use that green. I can come right here, click on this font, and then right here, color, and then paste. And then right here, as you can see, I can click change all. And there you go. And actually, I just remembered one of my, it's either my bonuses or resources in my branding blueprint bundle. I give you guys a Canva basics, you know, ebook. So if you're brand new to Canva, I have a resource in there that'll teach you the basics of Canva and how to navigate. So look at that. I just grabbed that green and I have, you know, all the elements in that exact color that I want to use. Branding 101. Okay, so that was the color palette tool, or no, sorry, the color picker. But maybe you're like, Candace, I don't even have my colors yet. I don't know. What colors should I use? I know I want to use green. So here's colors.co. I use two places. I'm going to show you both. Just because I just have a lot and I want to share both. So the super fast color palettes generator, you can click explore trending palettes or start the generator. And right here, it's just basically you hit your keyboard. It's going to show you multiple color options that basically are going to go well and complement each other. It's something that I have seen across a lot of my students. They're picking colors that do not complement each other and there's not enough contrast. So you can do the generator just to get inspiration. Like I know I have a lot of friends who are artists. And like one friend in particular, she paints and sometimes she needs inspiration. So she'll come over here and kind of use this to get inspo on the color palette that she wants to use for her next art project. So, or you come right here and click explore trending palettes. And this is why it's cool. You're like, hey, I know I want to use green because I it's in alignment with what I want to launch. You can come up here and search green. And it's going to show you, once again, color palettes that are going to go well together. You're like, I know I want green and pink. Oh, see, this is why I got, okay, so this is probably why I have the second one that I'm going to share with you guys. If you add another tag, you have to upgrade, which is $3, not terrible. And something else, you might see this and you're like, oh my gosh, there's, 10 colors right here. Pick 2 to 3 primary colors for your brand. Don't pick 8, don't pick 6, simplify it. So I love colors.co. I'm going to show you one more for the color picker tool. And once again, I know if I'm talking fast, you're going to have this replay until Sunday. So utilize these replays. So, and once again, I'm putting these resources in launch links. So another one, colorhunt.co. It's very similar. This one you should be able to, this one you should be able to put 2 tags. So you're like, I want green and pink. Those are my colors, by the way. And then here you go. And now I can see all the color palettes that have those colors, and it's going to go cohesive and go well. So I love it. Launch cards, blue and orange. Maybe I want to launch something that's in alignment with, the blue, right? Blue. Come over here and type in orange. It's going to give me color palette. So I love these tools, once again, for inspiration, to help me pick my colors that are going to go in my style guide, my brand guide. So definitely utilize, those places to create the logo and then move on to picking the colors. And I think I'm looking at my list right here really quick. I think those were the resources. Yeah, so those are my resources for creating a logo and picking the colors for your logo. And right now I'm adding these to the launch links for you guys.
All right. Good job, Candace. That's awesome stuff. So give me your takeaways on a scale of 1 to 10. How are we doing so far today? 1, where you're like, I'm not showing up again. You wasted my time. And 10, you thought you did a great job. Give us some feedback. Tell us a takeaway. Tell us what you like. Give us a testimony. Tell me what you're thinking. And I want to do this too. I want to give a $25 gift certificate to Launch Cart Merch for the first person that can type in the word of what we talked about earlier. That's 2 words. The first word starts with a B, the second word starts with an E, and it's what we really want you guys to focus on is building this in your business. So the first person to put that in the chat box is going to get $25 gift certificate. Oh, Angel gets it. So Angel wins. So Angel, so you email support that you won the $25 gift certificate, and we will send you a gift certificate for Launch Cart Merch. Okay, so I want to do something else real quick here. I'm gonna Candace needs to come back. I want to introduce you guys to Justin Results French. He is our new Chief Marketing Officer. Hey, Justin, what's going on over there?
Yeah, hey Greg, happy to be here, man. It's I've come full circle, So funny story. I used to be on Shopify. I got removed, and now here I am as a Chief Marketing Officer at LaunchCart. So super humbled to be on the team. The numbers of the live stream are going up, so that means I'm doing my job, right? So super excited to have everyone on board. I'll share a couple of takeaways here. So first off, Candace mentioned, knowing your why, because the bigger the why, the easier the how. And her why is her daughter, right? And I'm in a similar situation. Like I have a daughter, 2.5. And, at the end of the day, Gary Vaynerchuk said it best. Legacy is better than currency, right? And so you can have a merch store, you can build your brand equity, build your products at a fraction of the time it would take you in the past with all these tools like Candace has so well demonstrated, like ChatGPT, with the Canva tool, as well as the Taylor Brands tool. So these are pro tips, right? Like these, we're all about sharing pro tips here at LaunchCart with our community. And then some other things is building brand equity. Yeah. So, and this is how you're going to differentiate yourself and your store in the world of AI is everyone's different, right? Everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own personal brand. Everyone has their own, e-commerce store brand, and so that's your uniqueness, and so that authenticity is the new currency. So thanks for having me on board. Super excited about this this first launch here that I'm part of. So yeah, hopefully those are some helpful tips there.
Yeah, if I wanted to bring Justin out here, you're going to be getting some emails from him. He's going to be helping answer questions.
You're muted.
I wanted to introduce you to Justin. He's going to be answering questions in the group and sending emails to you and kind of keeping things up to go. But we wanted to give you guys another chance on the VIP offer. So let me share my screen real quick. And on the VIP offer, really what we're doing is just straightforward, straight up. We want you to take a trial to the LaunchCart Liftoff plan, okay? And normally in the past, we've charged for this VIP access, but we want to give it to you guys. And so here's the value stack of what we want to do is when you sign up for VIP, you're basically test driving the LaunchCart Liftoff plan, which is $27 a month. So you're going to get it for 2 weeks. So you get 2 weeks to get in there, play with it, start building your store, and you can cancel anytime. It's like literally easy to go in there and just click downgrade. You don't have to talk to anybody. You can just do it from yourself. And then what we're going to do as a goal to motivate you is we're going to do coaching 1 day a week for our VIPs. We're going to invite you to a special link, to a special time, and we're going to answer your questions live. We're going to get you unstuck, right? So me, Justin, Candace, somebody's going to be on there, and we're also going to bring in some other experts from time to time, but we're going to give all the VIPs extra love, right? Because you're taking action and you're creating momentum. Next is you're going to get lifetime access to these recordings. We're going to give you access to these recordings, and you're going to get access for lifetime, never take them away. Part of that, we're going to give you access to Launch Academy. And Launch Academy Liftoff, I have a course called Print on Demand from A to Z. And we have another course called No Product, No Problem, which is a print on demand course by a different trainer. And then we have the Blank to Bank, which is another print on the course from another trainer. And I'm telling you, you go through these courses, you will be absolutely one of the top 1% in the world in print on demand merch stores. You will learn so much stuff, and it's not overwhelming. It's step by step, short, easy videos to consume, and you're going to be one of the top print on demand people in the world. And you go through those 3 courses. Then there's another course about product design bootcamp. And it really talks about how your designs need to look and be placed and kind of that kind of stuff. And again, it helps you with your print on demand business. And then again about your product photography masterclass, where we talk about the photography and how you present your product and how your product looks in your store is really going to help you. Now, in addition, and I'm going to show you this here in a second, we're going to give you an additional $200 of design marketplace credits. Okay. When I got the Launch Your Merch Challenge recordings for life twice. You're going to get $200 of design marketplace credits. You might say, what is that? So I'm going to show you LaunchCart's merch store. And here's LaunchCart's merch store, right? And this is kind of what your store could look like. And again, with print on demand, keep in mind that none of these products exist until you buy it. Then they're printed or manufactured or cut and sewn on demand. Like this backpack is literally printed, cut, sewn, shipped. It's manufactured on demand. Right? And that's what we love about our build. We never get stuck with inventory. We never get stuck with anything else. And I was going to show you, going back to the branding. Here's a brand that we just built a store for, the Players Impact. Their logo's clean. It's simple. Their color scheme was basically 2 colors. And look at this beautiful store that was built on our platform. And again, none of these products exist. And we have all over print. Look at this all over print basketball jersey. Who likes sports who might want to sell an all over print basketball jersey? And guess where we got this design made? We had it made on Fiverr for $5 or $10, right? So now you can get this, and they actually print the material, cut the material, sew the material, and send the material to you, or send the item to you. So that's an example of what a store can look like. And now this store was built in about 4 to 6 hours. Right. And that's what we're so proud about, what we have and what's going on here at LaunchCart is once you learn the platform, not only can you build your store fast, but you can maybe even build stores for other people and make money building stores. Okay. So let me go into my dashboard here, and I want to show you something that this is unique to LaunchCart. Oops. Go to products. I have to log in again. Let me log in. Now, one thing, we have multi-store management. So look at me. Look how many stores I have in my account. Multi-store management. So I'm going to go into our merch store. I'm going to go to products, and then I'm going to go over here to create a new product. And right here, you can do your print on demand product. You can create a new product from scratch. So you can sell anything you want to sell, digital downloads, hair extensions, candles, and then you can do your design marketplace. And if I go to the design marketplace, I'm going to go full screen so you guys can see this. You can type in a keyword. What's the next holiday coming up, Justin? What's the next holiday? 4th of July?
Oh, 4th of July. Yes, 4th of July.
So I don't know if 4th of July is going to work, but I'm going to type in 4th of July. Oops.
Or Father's Day. That's coming up too, which kind of missing the mark on that. But
Father's Day.
That's another big one.
Yeah, I don't see any Father's Day coming up. We're gonna have to get some Father's Day designs in here.
Day right there.
I just typed in dad or father or dad would be a good one. But see, the best dad ever. So these are designs that you can get for $1. And for all the VIPs, I want you to notice up here in the top right hand side, it says how many credits you've been gifted, how many you have. And if you don't see what you get for your gifted, you email support, and we'll make sure we have to add that, because we have to add these manually for you. But now you can come in here and you can buy one of these designs for $1, for $2, for the grandfather, the number one dad. And you can now have these and put them on shirts and have a product built in minutes. And then if you want to see what they look like on a black shirt, you just change that little color wheel. Now you see what the design looks like on a black shirt. If you want to see what they look like on a white shirt, I can change it to white. And now I see what the design looks like on a white shirt. And you can type in, let's see what we got for July. Let's see if anything comes up for July. Queens are born in July. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? There's 4th of July designs. There's flag designs. There's proud to be an Army. There's literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of designs in here to help you get up and going. And tomorrow, we're going to do a whole segment on showing you where to find designs, create designs that are guaranteed to sell. But I want to show you that as part of the VIP offer, that you're going to get that as part of the VIP offer. And with the
Yeah.
VIP offer, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we're gonna go more over this, and then the other places that you can also find designs. But if you just gotta play with the keywords that you're searching in our marketplace, and that goes for these other places we're gonna show with you. Like, he probably could go type in America, red, white, and blue, and different designs are gonna pop up. So there's different keywords tags that you might gotta play with if you're looking for a certain collection.
And the one thing I want to say about LaunchCart and our liftoff plan, it's got pages, it's got upsells, it's got downsells, it's got checkout page editor, which I don't know if you want to show that, because that's one of the things that Candace loves. And we're all about increasing your average order value and increasing your revenues. And if you're serious about building an online business, this is absolutely the best value you're going to find on the internet. No one's going to give you the tools. No one's going to give you the training. No one's going to give you the upsells, downsells, upsells pages. Like, you can compare us to ClickFunnels, which is going to cost you $197 to $297 a month, and you can do the same thing on our platform that's really focused for e-commerce. So I want to open it up for questions and answers while we're kind of wrapping up today. If you got any question or answer, or I guess if you got any answers, you can let us know the answers too.
Also, let me just add one thing on the custom domain thing too. You're going to get that as part of the liftoff plan. That's pretty powerful. So definitely consider, that 14-day free trial. Again, like, the alternative here is you're going to pay like hundreds of dollars a month for this stuff, and you're getting it in our liftoff plan for literally, $27. So it's incredible value, plus all the additional VIPs bonuses. So yeah, super excited for this offer, guys. Make sure you take advantage of it.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, obviously, yes, I'm the daughter of the CEO, so you're like, of course you're gonna say you love LaunchCart and the upgrade, but it took me a while, you guys. I was, heavily using Shopify before LaunchCart, and it took a while for my dad to be like, learn the platform. And I'm now like I said, like, you're gonna see me now. Well, if you follow us, you're gonna see me always talking about LaunchCart. It's one of my favorite platforms, e-commerce platforms. I talk about it day and night. Obviously, I'm here talking about it to you guys. I always encourage the upgrade because of the features. And my dad was like, all right, can you show the checkout page editor? I'm not going to show that today because I can't show you everything on day one. I want you to come back, and we are going to go over that, I think, on day 3. And that's one of the things that I'm always coaching to my friends, to my community, that LaunchCart, we want you to win, because when you win, we win. There's other platforms out there that will take your money before you make money. And yes, there's an upgrade, right? $27. But it's not a lot compared to these other platforms. It'll take more of your money before you make money. So we want to set you up for success. And that's why we're here coaching you guys and giving you guys our time, because we know there needs to be some hand holding. So, I encourage you to upgrade so you can utilize all these features. And that's what I was going to say. Whenever I'm coaching my friends or community, when they're launching a store, I'm like, they need to be on a platform that's built for, built to be optimized and to convert. And these other platforms that are out there, you have to go learn how to do that and integrate it yourself. We give you the tools because we got the marketing gurus up here, the marketing branding gurus. So we want you guys to win. When you win, we win, right? So that's all I wanted to say, which is about LaunchCart and the upgrade, and you might be like, oh, you're selling. No, we're serving you. We're saying, hey, this is what we've built for you. Now you go take the service, and we're going to make sure that you succeed if you follow our steps, if you stay along these next 3 days, and we're going to give you homework, and you're going to keep up with that homework. And we are going to be here to support you. That's why I love the LaunchCart community, because we all are in that same mindset of when I win, you win, and vice versa. So that's why ask your questions, show up in the community, leverage us, leverage our other team members in there. If you guys are creating your logos today, which that's part of your homework, be sharing them in the Facebook community, ask for feedback, and we're here to support you and give it. Okay. Thank you, Nick. Yes. I was just rambling right there because I get real passionate about that. Oh, you're muted.
If you're not in this Facebook group, please make sure you join the Facebook group. And okay, Angel, you keep popping up on me. I want you guys to join this Facebook group, get in here, and this is where we're doing surveys, we're doing polls, we're posting replays, there's going to be some bonus gifts. We unadvertised bonus gifts. We're going to over deliver in here. And if for some reason you can't get in here or whatever, you can email support@launchcart.com and let us know. I'd like to get that feedback. But we're trying to get everyone in here, and when Candace says post your logo, we'll make posts going, hey, post your logos. We want everyone to love everybody. All tides rise together. So we want everyone to give everyone support and help each other with what's going on. So make sure you get into the Facebook group.
Yeah. And we also believe in community. And someone who has been working from home now since the pandemic, it's been over 4 years or almost 4 years. I'm a person who does crave connection and community, and that sometimes can be hard in this e-commerce industry and this online industry. And that's why it's one of our purposes and passions to make sure we're creating a community so you're not alone, because you're not alone. That's why we have Justin here, my dad here, and our other team members, because we know it takes a tribe, it takes a village to get to the other side, to make it to, the end of the goal, right? To make it to the finish line. It takes a tribe, it takes a village, and we are here to be your tribe and village. So that's why we encourage you to show up in the community. I know it can be nerve-wracking to make a post and be like, hey, I'm Candace. Here's my logo. What do you think? Step out of your comfort zone. You grow confidence through experience. So how do you get experience? By showing up. How do you get confidence? By showing up and getting that experience. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. I'll plop this link in. The link, you got to bookmark, okay? Let me copy this link. So launchlinks.com/launchyourmerch. You're going to see join the Facebook group, okay? So make sure you're in that Facebook group. We're putting in the replays, and I'll get to that question in just 1 second. We're going to put in all the replays. That's where we're going to show up and giving you the extra bonuses, resources, all that fun stuff. The step 2 is to make sure to get your free launch cart store. Actually, I guess step 1 could be like, hey, upgrade, join VIP, but make sure you're at least getting your free launch cart store, because we're going to dive into building the store, finding designs, all that stuff. And then you'll see the tools, and then you'll see the bonuses. So this is going to continue to fill up throughout the challenge. Okay. So where'd that question go? Stefan. What happens if you have a logo, website, and social media pages? So I'm not sure I'm understanding the question. Because if you have a logo, you're going to add it to your launch cart store, and we're going to add it to some products in the next couple of days.
Yeah, you're just ahead of the game, right? You're just ahead of the game as far as you have your logo, you have your social media, and you have a website, and you can set up merch dot, or store dot or shop dot on your custom domain, and that kind of stuff. So you're just ahead of the game. You're ahead, because a lot of people don't have that, and so you just kind of maybe want to fine tune that if you need to.
Oh yeah, and if you are asking to show it off, go for it. Oh, these little avatars pop up on my screen. Definitely share your website stores. So there's websites, and then there's e-commerce stores. So that's why in this challenge we're teaching you how to launch your own online merch store, your own online apparel store. As you can see, I'm wearing a launch cart t-shirt. I think, Justin's wearing a launch cart or a hat. What's that say? Data-driven marketer. Yes. And he has a launch cart shirt on. My pops has a launch cart shirt on. So we're all repping our brand. We're all repping what we stand for. I love that hat, Justin. So it's awesome. But I think that's all.
What are the questions we have? Because again, when she says that, it always makes me think of this.
Would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? I walked into this hotel today. I have a sweatshirt on that says my name across the front, and I have a hat on that says my name across the back. Sirhan here, just in case you see me. Why on earth would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? Why would I ever walk down the street advertising someone else's logo? I'm a salesperson. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a brand before I'm a broker, and you all are too. Every single one of you should have sweatshirts and hats with your own names on it. It's not that hard. You should go and do it. Because you know what that's going to do? It's going to reinforce, not just in everybody else's mind, but in your own mind, that you are a CEO that's way bigger than you were. I do that to reinforce it to myself. And it fucking works. And I've been doing it for a long time. And then it starts to transcribe over to social, over to media, and then everything else we do.
You guys, that's like law of attraction, manifestation. That's why you see us wearing our stuff. You might be watching, but that's kind of corny. It's not corny. because you are a brand before anything else. So is it your own personal brand? Is it the brand that you're creating? Like, rep it, own it, wear it. And the reason why I'm a big evangelist for that is because someone who overthinks and gets my confidence knocks me down sometimes. Their fear happens. But if I stand up and show up and like eat, breathe, sleep what I'm building, I just get more and more clarity and confident on who I'm here to serve. I get reminded of my why. It reinforces it. And I show up and nothing can stop me. So that's why you're going to see us. You might share that video again every day, because it's like, it's an important message that it cannot be, forgotten. We're here to reinforce that. That video is here to reinforce that. It'd be a big reminder. You are.
And it's a good cover.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. No, I was gonna say it's a good conversation starter too. Like, I'm already starting to get asked about like my launch cart shirt, my hats, like, my other shirt that I got. I mean, it's a good conversation starter, right? Because at the end of the day, like, we're all brands. We're constantly selling our own personal brand or our products and services. And so I love that video, Greg. That's great.
I was at the airport a couple years ago, you guys, and a woman was wearing a t-shirt and she was promoting her book on the back of the shirt. So I'm not going to show you right now. I'll post it later. But on the back of my shirt, I'm like, I can't show you guys because, I'm going to be very transparent. Someone who works from home, I'm business up front, and then I'm like in pajamas on the bottom half. Okay, so I don't want you to see my pajamas that I'm wearing on my bottom. But my shirt is a little conversation starter that promotes Launch Cart. But I got that idea from this girl at the airport who was promoting her book on the back of her shirt. It was like a little blurb about what her book serves. And what do you know? I'm reading it, and what I'm blanking on, like, I have the book, but I'm blanking on like what it's about because it's been a couple years. But I remember I was like, it caught my eye, and then I tapped her and I was like, hey, I was like, where can I get your book? I was like what I just read is like for me. And then we were talking a lot. It was the TSA, like, to go through security. And she was like, oh my gosh. And she told me it was on Amazon. So right there and then I had to get it because when I wanted to support her, because I was like, I literally love you for this because you're promoting your walking, talking billboard at the airport with thousands of foot traffic, right? So I actually wanted her book and I got it, but I also just wanted to support her because I was like, you are amazing and you are a good reminder as well. So something to think about for all of us. The front is great, but add something to the back, especially when you're in crowds because people are behind you reading your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So that's been our 90 minutes. What we want you to do is we want you to go out to social media, make a post, talk about the Launch Your Merch Challenge, put the link in, hashtag Launch Your Merch Challenge, hashtag Launch Cart, show us some love, help us spread the word. And tomorrow we're going to cover how to find designs that are guaranteed to sell. How many people want to know how to know the guarantee a design is going to sell? We're going to talk about the emotional impact of designs, and we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow because tomorrow's one of my fun days. So actually I had fun today too, but tomorrow's even funner. Who wants a funner day tomorrow? That word. So with that being said, yeah. So go get signed up for your VIP. We're going to be doing a VIP session tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow afternoon, we're going to do a VIP session to help everybody. I think it's gonna be tomorrow afternoon, maybe Thursday. We want to help you when you're in your Launch Cart store and getting things going, but we want to do that. So the last thing I always say, do what I do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude and tell somebody you love them. How about you, Candace?
I love you, Pops.
How about you, Justin?
Yeah, I'll just say my final word is success occurs when opportunity meets preparation.
Yes.
All right. Tomorrow, 11 a.m., same place, same time, YouTube. Check your emails, check your links, email support@launchcart.com. Get in the group. And until then, have a fantastic day. We're signing off, everybody.
Yes. See you tomorrow, everybody. Do your homework. I'll be checking.